edit some videos, okay? So this is a very beginner-friendly video editing training. So if you have never edited a video before, definitely this is the right place for you. I just want to check. Okay, it looks like my sound is working, so that's good. I need to remember to check that. Yeah, I keep forgetting this. The sound sometimes it's like you have a window update and then it totally changes all your settings. So anyway, the video editing software that we're going to use is Camtasia. I do a lot of video editing, or not so much editing, but creating videos simply using Canva, which is really great. But sometimes you need something more advanced than Canva. Before I even start this training, just to let you know, I am not a Camtasia affiliate, but it is what I use. And so I always, the whole point of this program and this training is to teach you guys what I'm using to find success. And I have tried multiple video editors, and Camtasia is by far my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and get into today's training. So I will see you in just a second. Okay, so if you are interested in joining Vision Marketing and Design, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com. You can check out this video here. If you want to join the team, you can choose this here. But actually, if you just watch this video, it will walk you through and help you decide which is the best plan. If you have questions, you can actually message me here, or you can book a call here. Okay, so let's actually dive into Camtasia. Okay, so Camtasia, if you are interested, like I said, I'm not an affiliate, so I don't have a link for you, but if you just Google Camtasia, it's actually made by TechSmith. You'll be able to find it. The price, when I purchased it, it's like a one-time price of $250, and then you can purchase the additional, it's like $50 a year maintenance fee. Well worth the investment. I know that I invested a lot more into video editing software before actually deciding on Camtasia. So it is kind of a big investment at the beginning, but it's so worth it. Okay, so you guys, you decide whatever's best for you. So when you first get started with Camtasia, what you want to do is click record. Okay, so when you click record, this little menu will pop up here, and you can choose the screens that you want to share. So you do have these options here. If you want to, make it a little bit more advanced, you have your webcam here. You can toggle these on or off. So maybe if you just wanted to record your audio, you could just toggle this off, and then it will just record your voice. Okay, so that is really helpful. Sometimes if you need to, fix a segment of a video, or maybe you're doing a podcast and you only want to record the audio, you can also choose your microphone here. I do use Crisp because Crisp reduces the noise in the background. I can't tell you how many videos I did where my dog started barking, or the air conditioner unit was blowing and it made this like humming noise in my videos. So many reasons why. And just speaking of that, Crisp is, I can't remember how much I think it's like $60 a year or something like that. But again, if you have kids in the house, or yappy dogs like I do, you may want to check out Crisp. Okay. So you just toggle these on depending on whatever you want, and then you press record. Okay. So when you press record, it's going to count down, and then it records whatever's on the screen. You can, you can do a lot of adjusting, but, I showed you yesterday, let me X out of this, okay? I showed you yesterday at the end of our training this video that I recorded, okay? And this is, it is basically like an intro video to our program. First of all, hello. Hello, Val, my moderator, and Linwood. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, so I recorded the video, but it's just me talking, okay? It's me explaining, it's me, just breaking down the things in the program, but that kind of makes a boring video, okay? It's more impactful if people can actually see what it is in the program. So I wanted to show you, if you go back to yesterday's video and you watch the very end, it will show you the whole, basically, the blank video, right? It just me talking about the program. But I want to show you today how you can add some of those really cool visual effects. And then at the end, I'm going to show you the finished product because I actually did finish the video. Okay. So what I want to do is after you've recorded, what it's going to do is you press end on the record and then it will show here. Now you can record anything that you want to. It can be you doing like a presentation with Canva, and I've done training on that before about on my YouTube channel about how you can create the presentation. You could even record it with that if you want to, but I actually just really love the Camtasia tools. I love how I can record and then it just pops right in to the editor, and so I don't need to it basically saves me a few steps, okay? So once you have this video recorded, what you want to do is drag it down to your first track. Okay, so this track, basically, if you think of tracks, they're like layers of the video. Okay, so I have this down here with the actual video footage and then also the sound. Now, what if I liked the sound, but I wanted other things in the video? You could actually right click here and you could either silence the audio or you could separate the audio. Okay, so if you had, maybe you had a slideshow and you wanted to, basically talk over the slide. There are many different options of why you would want to do this, or maybe you want to edit the audio or something like that. You could separate it, and if you do that, it'll make a separate track. So this will be the video, and then it will have track 2 is the audio. Okay, I'm actually just going to leave this as it is because my goal for this video was I wanted to tell all the value in the program, but now I need to edit it. I need to put some touches on it. I need to add some lower thirds, which I'll explain to you in just a second. I need to add some visuals. I want to show, like when I talk about, I was featured in Fox, NBC, and CBS, I want to show the logos, right? When I talk about, I have the social media in the program. It's one thing for me to say, hey, we have 30 days of branded social media, but it's a whole other thing for me to show you what that actually looks like, okay? So what I literally do is I just start the video here. Hi, and you see it's playing now. Okay, so let's say that I go to the video and I get to this point, and which that's really funny, the look on my face. But say I get to this point and now I want to add a lower thirds. Okay, so I'm introducing myself and I want to have my name scroll across the bottom here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I can, there's several ways of doing this. You can actually build out your own, but Camtasia actually has a library of different options you can choose that are already made for you. And they also have video intros and outros. So the intro that I just showed you right before we jumped into the training was actually one that I just created from here just a few minutes ago. So let's shrink these down or I don't know, what do you call closing instead of collapsing the menu. So here are the lower thirds. Okay, so these are already built out. Like I said, once you get familiar with all of this, you could create your own and really customize any of these lower thirds that you wanted to. But let me just show you what a lower third is. Okay, so let's say that I like this one or I just want to test it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it over to the section of the video that I want that lower third to take place. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and just play this and you'll see what it looks like. If this is you, you're in the right place. My name's Bridget. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's going to pop through and then it's going to, have the little bars that has that motion. And then if you keep watching, CEO and founder of Visual Marketing and Design. I've been featured. It's going to scroll back. Like Fox, CBS. Okay, so that is what a lower third is. Okay, now let's say that I don't like this one. I want to get rid of it. I can just delete. Okay, so if you wanted to try this other one, you could do the same thing here and just to get the look that you like. Okay, so let's see what this one looks like. And NBC. I'm also the former local business marketing training and support specialist for Builderall. In addition to my... Okay, so that one was kind of basic. It's actually called basic text. So that one was really plain, but let's scroll down here, and I don't want to go through all these with you, but you could definitely here, and then we're going to actually edit this one. So let's see here. marketing experience. My husband and I also have a successful lawn and landscaping business in Whiteland, Indiana. Okay, so now it's going to scroll backwards. I have had the benefit of speaking to many business. Okay, so that's so cool how it does that. It's just so professional. And you all know when you see a video, it's just a talking head like what I am in this video. But when you have these visual effects, it really transforms the video and makes it a lot more professional looking. Okay. Now, if this whole process overwhelms you, you could definitely hire someone on Fiverr or someone, to do this for you. Okay. So you can play with this if you want to adjust the size or anything like that. So let's say that we want to edit this. All you need to do is move the bar over to where the element actually is. And you can see that when you click on it, it actually kind of highlights it in yellow there. And then you see over here that you can edit the properties. Okay. So we can change the title here. So obviously we would want that to be my name because I am saying my name. And so since I'm saying my name, I want to have the visual of my name, right? So I'm going to say Bridget Bartlett. Now, this also plays into the different types of when people are taking in information, okay? Some people are very visual people. Some people are very, audible people. And so what we want to do is we want to add in the visual effect of my name and my business with, what I'm saying. So it adds the interest in the video, but it also helps to remember who my name is. And it's not just for me to remember, but if my goal is to make an impression with my video, I definitely would want them to remember my name, right? So I'm going to type in my name here and it says put your position here. So I'm going to say CEO and then let's say vision, marketing, and design. Okay. So when you X out of that or you move that over, you can see now it says Bridget Bartlett, Visual Marketing and Design. I can change. Do I want this to be a star or maybe a rectangle or an octagon? You could definitely play with these and get whatever result you're going for. You can change the colors here. So maybe I wanted it to be this color, but the cool thing is Camtasia actually allows you to store your brand colors, so you don't have to every time you create a video. This is one of the really cool features that is time saving like crazy. Because I don't have to look up the hex codes every single time I need to choose my purple, I can just choose that there. Okay. So it will just go ahead and change that for me. Now I can't add my logo here, so I could just X out of this and then import my file. If I go over to, let's see, downloads, and let's look for a logo, Vision logo, and I can just choose whichever one I want. So let's say I just choose this one. Okay, so now, obviously I would choose one that looks a little bit better than that, but you get the point. Okay, so that is how you would want to edit or create the lower thirds. All right, so now let's back it up and let's play this again, and then you can see how it looks as it rolls out. My marketing experience. My husband and I also have a successful. Okay, so we would definitely want to play with that because now I did something here and it doesn't look, it just looks weird. So anyway, you guys can definitely play with that. So we talked about lower thirds and how you want to add that. Now let's talk about music, okay? Because music, they have samples here, or not samples really, but they actually have music tracks. Okay, so if I click here, you can see all the music tracks that I should have the right to use. But in my experience, every time, even though my account is connected to YouTube and all of that, what happens is anytime I choose music from Canva or music from Camtasia or any place else, I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I use a different Google account with, it likely is, but just to play it on the safe side, I really don't like to choose any other music audio files except for YouTube. And that is because most of my videos that I'm uploading to a platform are on YouTube. Okay, so what I like to do, instead of using these options here, I actually like to go to my YouTube channel. So if we just go to YouTube, and you all have this option, you go to YouTube Studio. And then you can see over here where it says audio library. Excuse me. All right. So audio library is filled with, I don't know how many, I think it says here, but if you scroll down, there are about 1,200 pages of free audio that you can use. Okay. So you can search here by like the mood or the genre or the artist name, however you want. Like maybe you want the mood to be calm. You click apply, and then you can actually test these out. And then once you find the one that you want, you just click download, and then you can go back into Camtasia now, and then you can upload the audio file. So you would just go to media, and then you would click here, and then import media and upload your audio file. Okay. What I'm going to do is actually choose one that I already have. Let's see. Actually, let's just upload it because that's what I'll just show you how to do that. Okay, so let me see where it's at. Search in folder. And it is in my downloads file, and it's called that. Okay, so let's go to Camtasia and click here, import, and let's go to downloads, and it is this MP3 file here, and open. Okay, so now I actually have this song. Now, when you are creating when you're creating videos, you definitely want some audio in the background. Again, it's one of those things that just make it a little bit more interesting, a little less boring, because, you know, how many people really want to sit and watch a really long video, especially if they feel like they're going to be sold something. Even, I mean, obviously, if they're watching the video, they're like, hey, I think this visual marketing and design thing might be a cool idea. Maybe it works for me. I'm going to watch the video, see if, you know, if it has everything that I need. And then they're watching the video, but they also might be distracted. You know, it's like you want to make this as entertaining as possible while also answering the question. Okay, so let's add some audio, and I'm going to do that just by dragging down here. Now you see when you drag the audio file, it actually adds a third track here. Okay, so now we have a track with our video, which has the video footage and the audio of the video. We have another track here that has our lower thirds. And then we have another track here, which is the audio from the video. Now, if I play this, you are in the right place. My name's Bridget. You can see that, or you can hear rather, the audio is really, really loud. So what you want to do is you want to shrink this down, and you can do this just by clicking on the green line here and just dragging it down. And I feel like, just from experience, about 10% is about a good like level, I guess you could say, because you don't want it to be so loud that it's like really distracting. I think you could also click here and then edit. Let's see, edit. I think somewhere it says will allow you to edit. Nah, that's something different. Maybe if I click here, update media. No, that's not it. But I can't remember exactly how to do that, but you can always shrink this down. So if you listen to it now, I'm the CEO and founder of Visual Marketing and Design. So you can tell like the music is kind of an afterthought. It's subtle in the background, but it's not really, really loud. Okay. And if you did think that the audio from your voice was loud, you could always shrink that down here too, just to make it a little more, you know, appealing to your ears. Okay, so now we've talked about audio. Let's talk about what happens when the audio file runs out and you still have video left. Okay, so let's shrink down here. Now, this is actually pretty close, but if you have video left and you still need audio, all you need to do is you can click here to copy, or you can just drag down another version of the audio. Okay, I'm actually going to delete this so I can show you how to copy, because we've already, especially if you've done different settings to this, like we just adjusted the audio. Maybe we want an exact copy of this. So I'm just going to click copy, and then I'm going to go right here and then Control V to paste. Okay. So then you see we have pasted our exact audio. Now, this is the end of the video here, so we only need like a small section. So this little arrow here, this is where you're going to decide at what point in the video you're going to start editing, okay? So right here is the end of the video, and we need to have the music, okay? We don't want just a blank screen with the rest of the music playing, okay? This right here would make this video 8 minutes long, when really it's only about 4 minutes long, because it would have that added video or that added audio. So what we want to do is you can select this, okay? Because we're going to cut this. So you can select this element, and then you can right click up here and see where it says split selected, or you can actually click select all or split all. So if you click split all, it's going to split every one of these elements. So maybe we had some images and we had some other things, and you see the video down here, maybe we had multiple layers. It will split all of those. But if you have one section that's highlighted in yellow, and you move the cursor here and then you right click here, you can actually just split the selected element, and then you can take this here and you'll see now there's this little split. So now instead of one whole file here, we actually have split it. Now there's two sections, all right? So we actually don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to, you can right click and delete, or you can just click delete, okay? Now, at the tail end of this video, we don't want it to just be like loud music and then stop, okay? So there are actually some transitions that you can do. If you go to audio effects, you'll see that it has a fade out section, or a fade out option. So what you can do is left click here and just drag this to the element that you want to do the fade out, okay? So you just let go once you've dragged it there, and you'll see, you saw that it highlighted it. If you stretch this out a little bit more, this little option here, this little bar, is what stretches this out so that you can make really, if it's all the way maxed out, you'll be able to see like really fine tune. Like maybe you needed to cut like an out of your video or something like that, and it was just a little tiny and you need to, I just said it was a little tiny and you just needed to like edit that out. You could do this. Expand it so that you could get, really fine tune in there. And then you could do, let's see, split all, or you could just click here and then do split selected. And then you can actually move this here, and you see where, you see how the volume is up and then down and then up again. So when it's low like this lets you know that, basically when someone started talking. So being able to see like the fluctuation in the volume of the audio is what will help you know when to cut different things, okay? So let's say that there was an or I just wanted to cut this section out. I would just do that where you select it and then you do the split. So now I've selected it here and I want to cut this section out, okay? So I need to actually split it where I want it to start and then where I want it to end, and then we can delete that section out. So I've selected this, it's yellow. I'm gonna right click here and I'm gonna do split selected. And then now I can click here and make sure that it's highlighted in yellow so you know you have the right one. And then you can right click and delete, okay? But now there's this gap here, okay? So what you wanna do is, if you've split it, you need to move this way, okay? So you don't really wanna have any gaps there. All right. So that is how you split audio. And I showed you how to add the lower thirds and how to fade out with your audio. So let's talk about how you can actually fade in with the audio. So you see this option here. It allows you to fade in. So if you drag that down, you'll see that it will actually fade the music in instead of just like starting from the very beginning, and then it'll get louder and louder, right? So that's how you fade in the audio. So those fading in the audio, fading out the audio, and then knowing how to cut different parts out and separate the audio and the video is really, really important. Then you have your background music. But we still haven't really talked about transitions and how you add different things into the video to make it more appealing, right? Because when I start talking about how, I was, my experience and things like that, it's one thing to say, hey, I did this and I was featured here and all this, but it's another thing if I have like visuals popping up, right? So let's go back. Let's actually shrink this down here. If you shrink it all the way down, you'll be able to easily see the whole timeline here. So I just want to start from the beginning. And let's say that at this point in the video is where I start talking about how I was featured in Fox and NBC and CBS. Okay, so I'm going to go to my media file and I need to create, let's say I don't have an image, I need to create an image. All right, what I'm going to do is go back to my good old friend Canva. I'm going to go create design, and I can choose any size that I want. If I wanted it to cover the whole screen, I could do like even a YouTube thumbnail. Basically, you just want to make sure that it's the correct size. You could do presentation. This one would actually probably be more like the correct fit. So I could have it cover the whole screen, or maybe I just want like a little section of the screen, okay? So I'm actually just going to resize this, and let's just say 500 by 500 is the size that I want it to be. So I'm just going to resize this. And then now let's go look for some elements, okay? So I can look for all of those, but I think I already have this. Yeah, I already have this because I've done this part. So let's say I said I'm on Fox and CBS, and let's bring in NBC. And so these are the things that I want to highlight in my video, and I want to say, hey, here are the things I was featured on. Okay. Now, if I wanted this to have a transparent background, I could click PNG and then just download that way. The reason that I'm not going to do transparent background is because I actually tried that before and it really washed it out. It didn't, you couldn't really tell because of the background. So I'm just going to leave a white background. But if you do the white background, just make sure that all the images that you show up like that are with a white background too. That way it looks very consistent with the style of your video. So that's just my personal opinion. Like really, you can do whatever you want. If you're a design person or you're really experienced in video editing, you can do this however you want to, but it's just my personal opinion. Okay. So let's say I want a PNG and I'm just going to click download. I'm going to use it exactly as it is. Okay. So let's see. Untitled design. Let me figure out where this actually was. It's in my downloads folder. Okay, so I'm now going to go back to Camtasia and I'm going to upload this image file. So let's go to downloads, and it was untitled design. So let's see. I think it was this one. Okay, so now I have my design. So now what I can do is just drag it over here. Okay. So now as I'm speaking about, hey, I was featured in these places, now I have this visual that pops up, right? Now with this visual, since it's an image, what I can do is just stretch it out. So maybe I wanted this to show the entire time that in my video, right? Then I could stretch it out, and what's really helpful is you see that yellow line that appears there. It will actually stop you and let you know like when when the last cut was, right? So see how it's right here at the end. And then the next hard stop is right here where we did that cut. Okay. So that kind of helps you guide where you want it to be. So like if this was an actual logo and I just wanted it to be like down here, or maybe I wanted it to be like a QR code or something like that, and I wanted it to stay through the whole duration of the video, I could just stretch this out like this and then it would stay there the entire time. But I actually just only want this to show up when I'm talking about how I was featured there, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to watch this video and then I'm going to get to the point where it says that I was featured there and then I'm going to stop. Let's say it's right here. Okay. Now I am going to take the little, this element here and drag the arrow. I'm going to left click and drag it. And then I'm going to start where I actually set it. Okay. Now let's say, it lasts for a few seconds. So I'm listening and I'm saying, yeah, and I was featured here and da, 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 da. And then I move on to the next thing I was featured in, right? I don't want that to continue. I need a whole new image to have showing there. So what I'm going to do is now drag this here. Okay. So now if you look at this, let's edit this because that's really driving me nuts. So let's move here and you see how it has, this is like, grayed out or something like that. Let's see why. Let's make it like this. And I don't know why it's like that. That really bugs me. Okay, but I don't want to bug you guys with me trying to fix that. Okay. So, let's actually play and let's see what our edits look like. I'm going to move these so it doesn't take so long. So, let's see. In addition to my marketing experience, okay, so I have my lower thirds and then I have my image that pops up here. And then if I move that just to speed it up, then this will go away. Investigate this process, you'll find hundreds or thousands and it goes away. All right. Now, it can appear and it could go away, but maybe I don't really want that stark, like just appear and go away, right? Maybe I want to add some really cool effects to it. Okay. So what I can do is I can come back here and I can click here and then let's go to transitions. Okay. So we actually have lots of different transitions. Like we have, and if you hover over it, it'll kind of show you, like if I chose this one here, let's look at this. And support specialist for Builderall. In addition to my marketing experience, so you see how it kind of like rolls in like that. Let me move it to a different section of the video. So it kind of like, it rolls in and it rolls out. Okay. So if we wanted that effect, or maybe we wanted this effect here. So let's play this and see what this looks like. Or thousands of methods. So it could be like the Macy, see how it shows like that, and then it'll fade out. Let's make this shorter so that we can check it out. And then we'll see how it fades out. This is why I created this program. As a member of the and then there we go. Okay. So you can choose, you have many, many selections. The one that I typically choose is fade. I think it is the most common one, but you guys, I mean, there's so many cool things in here. You could actually do like this cube where it'll like rotate your screen. You can do this for each element. You can do this for the entire video, flipping in between screens. There's so many really cool options, but I just wanted to show you, since fade is the most common one, I wanted to show you what that looks like here. So I'm just going to hover over. And let's go back here, and then you can see what fade looks like. Methods, tools, and expensive courses available. Okay, so you see how it just kind of, it shows like a blurry, vision of it, and then you see the full one, and then it will do the same thing. It will fade back out. Okay, so that's really, you just want to watch your video, and you want to add visuals according to whatever it is you're talking about. Okay. For me, it's easier to write the script of what I want to say and then do the video and then go back into Camtasia like I'm doing now and then just add those individual effects, right? Now, there are parts that you want to cover the whole video, or maybe you want to add in an additional video. Okay. For example, when I talk about, all of these social media graphics and things like that, that you can use, I actually showed a video of this. Okay. So what I want to do is, to show you how to do that is I would press record, right? So I have my little options up here. And now I need to go to where the social media content is. So let me just find, so I would choose like this section here. Now, say in the video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show, show me scrolling down here. Let's choose one that's a little bit longer than that. Let's try this one here. Or no, that one's not very long. Let's try the actual whole 30 days of content. Oh, here. There's 63 images here. Okay. So what I want to do is actually show a video of me scrolling through, because as I'm like, yeah, you get 30 days of social media content and it has all the captions and the branding. It's one thing for me to say that and you're looking at me saying that, but it's a whole other thing when I'm saying yes, and then look what you're actually going to get, right? It's more than me just saying what you're going to get. Now you have a visual of what it looks like, because you might be thinking, when I say social media, you might be thinking it's like some really generic, like, quotes or something like that. You might not realize that it's really this high quality social media. So now by me showing you that, I've answered a question that you may have about what does the actual content look like. And you see like, oh, I could do that, right? That actually looks really good content. It's not like, something that I would find on Fiverr or something like that, right? So it serves multiple purposes. It makes the video more interesting. It explains it better. You eliminate questions, and you may even push them over the edge, because if it's something of value that you're showing, then it serves your purpose to show them, right? So what I would do is I want to share my screen here. Now you don't have to have the audio at all, right? So I can actually toggle this off. And then what I would do is click record. And so now I'm speaking, it's not recording anything. So if you're doing this at your laptop, you got kids running around, don't worry about it. This is a perfect thing for you to be able to record and edit your video without having like the interruptions. Okay. So let's say I scrolled through all of this. This is the video that I wanted to create while I'm talking about this. Okay. So now I'm going to stop that video. Now what it's going to do is it's going to add this now to that recording now directly into Camtasia. Okay. So now I can take this video, and let's say this is where I start talking about it. And then you'll see if I click play, processes that work for you while you do what you love. If I was talking about the social media, which will cost you money if you're stuck in the learning phase for too long. Okay, so you can see how super cool that is. Now, sometimes like you don't want to show this up here, all you need to do is you can stretch this out, you can manipulate this any way that you want to, and it's only going to show what is on that screen. Okay, maybe you wanted this video to be in the top corner here, right? And maybe it's like me talking about it, and then you can actually see the video, like if I started playing. So I've also included templates for websites. So that's kind of the effect, right? So you guys can really choose whichever you want. I tend to prefer to have it like this, where it just like kind of switches to show the different things where you can see the whole view. Okay, so let's shrink this down. Let's set it up how we'd want it. Okay, so let's say that is exactly how we want. Now, since I have added this whole scene, I wanted to show you the scene transitions as well, because I've added this whole scene, but I don't want it to just be like, hey, I'm talking, it's me, and then pop, there's the video, and then when it goes away, it's just pop, it disappears. I want it to be more of a professional transition, okay? So that's where I want to go back to my transitions here, and I can choose any of these that I want to, but let's... well, I really wanted to show you some of these other cool ones, but I know that you're going to use fade the most, and it actually is probably the most professional. But if we choose fade, we just need to drag it down here, and you'll see that it actually highlights the green. It turns it green when you see that it's actually selected. So we'll do that there. And then now, if you go back to this section, when it when it shows up with the new, the new overlay, it will actually fade in instead of just popping. So I'll show you what that looks like. While training and tools are crucial for creating processes that work for you, while you see how much better that looks, that's so professional. Okay. So now let's say that you get to the end of this video and you're like, oh my gosh, like me, right? Because this is what happened to me. I was like, I got to the end of my video and I'm like, I didn't really even talk because I get so many questions. Since we use high level in our program, people get confused. Like, well, if I join visual marketing and design, is that high level? Am I joining high level? Or they think like I joined high level, but I don't see any of my resources in my dashboard. And so it kind of gets confusing. So what I actually did was I had to go back and create a presentation for the actual plans, and then I recorded myself, and I'll show you that too. If you go back here, where is my present? Right here. So I actually, I created this presentation. Again, I have lots of training on how to do that. And then I did presenter view, okay? And then I did presenter view here. Now I didn't record because I actually was recording with Camtasia, okay? Because I want to save myself a step, okay? But if you're not using Camtasia, you could always record and do the present and record, okay? But when you do presenter view, what happens is you actually get two different screens, okay? So this screen right here is what the audience will see, and it doesn't have any of my notes or anything like that, okay? So what I want to do is actually move that over to my other screen, and that's the one that I'm going to record on, okay? So now let's open up Camtasia, and I'm going to click record again, okay? So you see my little screen pops up here. But instead of recording the screen that I'm actually on, I want to record screen 2. Okay, so now it's actually showing the screen that you guys can't see, but it would be the screen that my audience can see. Okay, so I just want to like keep this here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my presentation, right? And I'm going to hit record. I'm going to go through my presentation, which we could actually do here. Let's just do record. And so I'm saying, oh, and so what does it cost? And I go to the next thing, and then here's what I wanted to say, and then I transition to this one, and it has really nice slides and all of these things, okay? So then I'm going to do the presentation. I'm going to stop recording, and then now I need to go back into Camtasia, and it's going to bring in that recording, okay? So now what I need to do, I can just add this to the end of my timeline, okay? So when it ends here, ends the video that I created, it will take over and start showing the video that I just recorded, okay? And of course, you can use any of the transitions and things like that. So I know that, let me get rid of this here. Okay. Okay, so I know that that is a lot of information if you've never edited a video, but that is like a quick and dirty training on how you can actually start using some of these features. If you like Camtasia or you have another software that you're using, they're pretty much the same. So just the way that, you can separate the audio, and they have different features and things like that. But Camtasia does seem to be my favorite of the ones that I've used. It's the most user-friendly because I am not a professional video editor. I just need video editing sometimes, and sometimes it's easier for me to just do it myself than to hire someone to do it for me. So, having said all of that, let me show you. I want to show you one more thing here. Okay, so this video right here is actually the video that I just finished with all of the different cuts and different visuals and things that I created and the PowerPoint presentation. So I'm actually, if you want to see this video, go to bridgetbartlett.com, and it'll help you decide if you're planning on joining visual marketing and design. It'll help you decide, if it's really the right plan for you, or which plan. Maybe you need to start with visual marketing. marketing and then go to high level, or maybe you need to start with high level. So this video will actually explain all of these things for you, but I'm actually going to send you out with the video. So if you are interested in checking out the finished product, you can do that now. And I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Hi, thank you so much for your interest in vision marketing and design, where marketers go to find success when they're tired of spending hundreds of hours learning and thousands of dollars without earning. If this is you, you are in the right place. My name's Bridget Bartlett, and I'm the CEO and founder of Vision Marketing and Design. I've been featured in major networks like Fox, CBS, and NBC. I'm also the former local business marketing, training, and support specialist for Builderall. In addition to my marketing experience, my husband and I also have a successful lawn and landscaping business in Whiteland, Indiana. Throughout my years of experience in marketing and business, I have had the benefit of speaking to many business owners and marketers. One problem I have heard over and over again is the need for more leads and sales. Now, this isn't a shocking truth about business. It's pretty basic. But I'm sure you'll agree, when you start to investigate this process, you'll find hundreds or thousands of methods, tools, and expensive courses available to help you. So how do you know where to start? How do you know who to trust? This is why I created this program. As a member of Vision Marketing and Design, you have access to a high-quality suite of tools powered by High Level. But tools aren't enough to make you successful online. So I also provide live training Monday through Friday, where I teach you how to use these tools combined with strategies to help you achieve the results you want for your business. However, that's still not enough because sometimes you have specific questions. So every Friday, you can join me in the Zoom meeting for our Q&A session. While training and tools are crucial for creating processes that work for you while you do what you love, it can take a lot of time to work through this process, which will cost you money if you're stuck in the learning phase for too long. So I've also included templates for websites, sales funnels, and even unbranded courses with course funnels that are designed to turn leads into sales with a simple setup so you can start getting leads right away. Having said all of that, we're right back to the issue of how do I get leads for my business? There are two traffic methods for online marketing. You can spend money or you can spend time. If you decide to run paid ads, we have courses on Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and Bing Ads if you'd like to learn this process. However, you can also hire us to take care of this for you. If you're not at a stage in your business where you're ready to invest in paid ads, we also have courses on social media marketing and other organic traffic methods. Speaking of social media, this is a great way to build a brand around your business and position yourself as a professional in your chosen niche. This can be done by creating content that encourages engagement with your target audience. This is another aspect of online marketing that really takes time to learn, and even then, it can be really time-consuming. So in true vision marketing and design style, I've provided this for you. Every 30 days, you'll get a brand new set of content that is easily brandable on Canva. This includes a new ebook each month with a lead-generating sales funnel that easily imports right into your Vision account to help you promote and get leads. You'll also get 10 articles that you can use to update your blog, send emails to your list, or post on social media to provide valuable information for your followers. You'll also receive 30 infographics with captions and hashtags to increase brand awareness and engagement. As if this wasn't enough, you'll also receive videos, memes, challenges, and Instagram stories to add to your content strategy. Of course, I love to over-deliver, so I've also provided over 85,000 unbranded ebooks, articles, stock images, stock videos, courses, and so much more that you can reuse, rebrand, or even resell if you choose. So what does all of this cost? You're going to get everything I've mentioned here for just $97 a month. This is only for a limited time, so don't wait for a better time to invest in your future. The regular price is $297, so you're actually saving $200 a month every single month with this special offer. This is an incredible value for beginners, but what about the experienced marketers and agency owners who want to manage their clients' accounts with these tools? As a member of Vision Marketing and Design, you have the ability to add additional accounts within our agency at a special price of just $47. This is what you will be charged. However, you can resell to your clients at whatever price you prefer. You can choose to give them access to all, some, or none of the tools. It's your choice. Now, once you get 2 or more clients, you may want to upgrade your account to a agency account within High Level itself and take advantage of the branded dashboard and the ability to create unlimited sub-accounts at no additional charge. This is not an issue at all. We could simply create a snapshot, meaning a copy of the account, and generate a link to share with you to upload into your new account within your own agency. While this process is simple, it will still take you some time to get things set up. So if you do plan to create an agency and you feel you can quickly justify the cost for High Level, I'd suggest starting there. This will eliminate the need to do any transition, and you can start building your business and brand in a very professional way. So let's run back through the plans to make sure you understand each one so you can choose what is best for you. At $97 a month, you can join my agency training program and get access to all the tools and resources, including the ability to create sub-accounts for $47 each if needed. Now, we didn't discuss this plan because it's really the same plan as the Visual Marketing and Design membership. However, you may decide this plan works best for you, so I wanted to make sure to share. The only difference with this plan and the Visual Marketing and Design membership plan is the ability to have your own high-level account and white-labeled services. However, that really doesn't help you since you can't create sub-accounts to host and manage your clients. If you do want your own high-level account and create unlimited sub-accounts, you will need the Agency Unlimited account for $297. Now, if you want everything in the unlimited agency account with automatic account creation and the ability to rebill for email and texting credits, you will need the Agency Pro SaaS plan for $497 a month. If you decide to get started within your own high-level plan, you will receive a free membership into Visual Marketing and Design for the life of your high-level account. So what are you waiting for? Choose a plan that works best for you, and I'll see you in the training.